Today's horoscope from Astro Academy, Sagittarius, May 21, 2025. You could take some things quite personally early today, and you may not even know for certain whether you want to joke around or get serious. However, as the day advances, you're clear about wanting to be productive, and fortunately, you have cosmic support for this. Your ambition is pleasantly stirring, and you might be especially motivated to work on details you usually prefer to avoid, particularly if they promise to further your cause. It can be a good time to see your priorities and, while you need some frivolity in your life, some things can be eliminated for your own good. Time wasters are fine up to a point, but beyond that point, they only seem to bring you down. Today, you can quickly home in on what needs to go. You're focusing on what makes you feel accomplished. Business might benefit from using strategy in your planning. As the stars dance today, they'll reveal that it is an essential day for planning your life. As the sun dances in the heavens, he will link in a sextile to mighty Saturn, our great taskmaster, orbiting in your solar house of assets and investments. If you and your significant other have been looking for a mortgage to buy a home or a loan to renovate your property, the news could come at this time. However, if you'd like to start applying for capital and looking ahead, today's cosmic weather will also empower you to see success on your side. Meetings are like oxygen to you now. You need to be part of every discussion, and you'll make lots of important contributions. You may even organize your own summit. Go for it. For some time, you've been sensing a basic indecisiveness in yourself and the rest of the world. The astral energy is giving those who are sensitive the feeling that things could change any time. This day's aspect tickles your desire to make things all right for everyone you care about. The lesson you need to glean from this is to care for your own needs first. Be certain to drink plenty of water, take vitamins, and exercise on a daily basis. This is the day to get the ball rolling on new projects. Hopefully you made the most of the last day to wrap up unfinished work so you can start with a clean slate. With the presence of today's vibration, you're not apt to want to do anything that's old. Be sure that you have a solid plan as to what you want to do, and how you're going to go about it to give yourself the best advantage with this fresh endeavor. Let today's ambitious energy give you strength and creative flow, the moon's first visit to your relationship sector since Pluto turned retrograde here. But see some old buttons pushed. Less because of Pluto and more because a clash with Mars in Leo will put a balance between your own and your relationship needs to the test in a way that will feel familiar. With Pluto in retrograde motion, the lid has been taken off the past and this could see some old buttons pushed. However, this is fleeting and comes at a time when the doors are open to the past and second chances, while helping to define what you want from your relationships and what they need from you. The moon's second visit to your relationship sector since Mars returned to Leo once again sees them clash, as they will do once more before the warrior planet of the cosmos leaves next month. When you have Mars here for 2 months and with the moon returning every 4 weeks, this is a given. However, any emotional buttons this might push are getting you closer to knowing what you want from your relationships and what they need from you. Sagittarius, relationships mirror the parts of you you're ready to meet. Your quote of the day: connection is an invitation to grow. Your color of the day is vermilion, rich and dynamic. Lucky numbers: 1, 5, 13. A partnership, romantic, professional, or personal, brings both challenge and spark. Be clear about your needs without demanding perfection. This is a day for open-hearted bravery. Growth is mutual. Our eyes in the sky. Welcome to your tarot reading for May 21, 2025. Today's cards invite us into a moment of quiet reflection and renewed strength, one of those days where you may just need a small reminder that you're right where you're supposed to be, even if the pace of life feels a little unpredictable. So, take a breath, make some space, and let this message meet you exactly where you are. The cards drawn for this day are the Moon, Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Ten of Wands, and Three of Swords. Let's begin with the Moon. A card that speaks to the unknown, the intuitive, the hidden, and sometimes the misunderstood. Today, there might be a sense that things aren't quite clear, that something is shifting below the surface. Maybe you're feeling a little foggy about a decision, or you're second-guessing something that once felt certain. This card reminds us that it's okay not to have all the answers. It encourages us to listen inward, to honor our dreams, gut feelings, and emotional undercurrents. Just like how a foggy morning can give way to clear skies by noon, what feels uncertain now is likely transforming into clarity. Trust that the truth will rise in its time. Next, the Knight of Pentacles grounds us with calm, methodical energy. This knight doesn't rush. He builds, slowly and with intention. This is your reminder that persistence matters more than speed. Whether you're working on a goal, healing from something difficult, or simply trying to stay consistent, this card celebrates your reliability and effort even when nobody sees it. You don't have to have giant breakthroughs every day. Some days, just showing up is more than enough. Think about those small acts of discipline you've been practicing. Maybe it's been staying hydrated, getting a bit more rest, sticking to a personal commitment. These are seeds being planted, and they will grow. Then comes the Ace of Cups, a gentle and beautiful presence. This card is like an open heart after a long winter. It could signify a fresh emotional beginning, an offer of love or compassion, or even a personal moment of emotional awakening. If you've been feeling disconnected or worn down, the Ace of Cups invites you to soften. Reach out to someone. Let yourself cry. Let yourself laugh. Let yourself feel. There's an opportunity today to deepen connection with others, but especially with yourself. And if you've been holding back emotionally, now might be the time to release some of that pressure and let love flow in again. Now, the Ten of Wands acknowledges something many of us can relate to. You've been carrying a lot. Responsibilities, emotional burdens. Perhaps even the weight of other people's expectations. Sometimes we don't even realize how heavy our pack has gotten until we take a moment to breathe and stretch our shoulders. This card isn't here to say you've done too much. It's here to suggest that maybe it's time to delegate, or at least pause and check in with your energy. You're not meant to carry it all alone. What would it feel like to put one burden down today? Just one? Finally, the Three of Swords may look like a card of sorrow, and yes, it does acknowledge pain. But there's something deeply liberating in facing the truth of what has hurt us. Whether it's a memory that lingers, a relationship that shifted, or even a belief you've outgrown. This card encourages honest healing. The kind that allows us to feel everything, not to get stuck in the emotion, but to understand it, to integrate it, and to move forward with a wiser, stronger heart. You've made it through harder days than this, and the tenderness you carry is not a weakness, it's a sign of your depth. So when we weave all of these together, what do we find? A message of resilience, of sensitivity, and of transformation. You may be facing the unknown, but you are not lost. You are building something steady, even if it feels slow. You are capable of new beginnings, even if your heart still aches. And you are allowed to rest, to lay down your burdens, and to trust that healing can happen quietly, in the softest of ways. Now I want to ask you, have you recently had a moment where you surprised yourself with how strong you've become? Or maybe you've noticed that something you used to struggle with no longer feels as heavy? Share it in the comments. Let's celebrate those quiet victories together, because they matter. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are evolving beautifully, patiently, bravely. And every step you take, even the invisible ones, are shaping a future that honors who you truly are. Keep going. You're doing just fine,